Hello everyone, welcome to today's current affairs session of Civilspedia. The topics we are going to see is Prithvi 2, Rythu Bandu scheme, FCNR deposit and monetary policy review. First topic, Prithvi 2. The recent news with respect to Prithvi 2 is recently DRDO has successfully test fired this Prithvi 2. This Prithvi 2 is nothing but it is a nuclear capable indigenously built missile under this integrated guided missile program of DRDO. So it is surface to surface missile. The speciality of this Prithvi is we have three types of Prithvi, Prithvi 1, 2 and 3. All the three are nuclear capable. So the carry weight of the nuclear capable carry weight warheads is 500 to 1000 kg of all the three, Prithvi 1, 2 and 3. And the range differs the Prithvi 1 to 3. So first Prithvi 1 ranges from 150 km, while Prithvi 2 ranges from 350 km, while Prithvi 3 ranges from 350 to 600 km. Apart from that, the differences between these three Prithvis is propellant system. The first and second Prithvi will use the single stage liquid propellant system, while the Prithvi 3 will use both solid and liquid stage propellant system. And with respect to Prithvi 3 it is nothing but the naval version of Prithvi 2 is called as a Prithvi 3. That is called Dhanush. And all these Prithvis are, it's an anti-ballistic missile. It's nothing but it is to counterbalance this, attack the ballistic missiles. That is called as anti-ballistic missiles. These are the things with respect to this Prithvi 2. And the next topic is Rythu Bandu scheme. This scheme has been recently launched by Telangana government. The main objective of this scheme is to support this farmers' investment. So this scheme is also known as Farmers Investment Support Scheme. So this major objective of this scheme is to address this investment needs of this agriculture, because agriculture is the field where there was a dire need of investment. And if we are going to give subsidies in another way, then it is going to hamper this India in the WTO subsidies. So if we started to give subsidies through this direct investment policies, then it will not come under this amber box of WTO. Thereby India can go away from this disputes of WTOs. And the scheme, under the scheme, the Telangana government has said that they will give 4,000 rupees per acre per season for the farmers. So thereby they give twice a year to cover both the Kharif and Rabi crops. So per year farmers will get about 8,000 rupees per acre for the 2 seasons in a year. So to invest in this cultivation of investment. So this is the main objective of this Rythu Bandu scheme. And the most important thing is that the cash is paid directly to these farmers. So it is a direct investment subsidies program. So this is one of the crucial role that's going to play in this Telangana agriculture field. The next one is FCNR banking deposit. FCNR is nothing but foreign currency non-resident banking deposits. So the major objective or the major issues that is going with respect to this FCNR is recently the Indian banks has increased its interest rate for this FCNR to attract more investment from the non-resident Indians. So the major things of this FCNR things is, first one is it is the fixed term deposit. That is, there is no demand deposit, it is a fixed term. So after some period of a maturity period, the amount will be redempted to this depositors. That is mostly this NRI and PIO, that is person of Indian origin and non-resident of India. These two people can access this FCNR deposit. And the most important thing that with respect to this is the foreign currencies. They have to only, the source of income of depositing in this account will have to be from abroad only, and that to be in the foreign currencies. And this important objective or important things not to be in this FCNR is it is a non-taxable one. Why this has introduced is during this 2007-8 recession. After that in 2012-13 India was faced with the forex reserve crisis. So at that time, to reduce the outflow of FDI and FII money from India, so the RBI governor of that period, Raghuram Rajan, has said that Indian banks need to have more and more attractive schemes like FCNR to attract more funds or more currencies, foreign currencies from our NRI resources. So at that time, they have stressed the Indian banks to have more interest rate to attract more investment by this NRI people. So in that time only this FCNR plays a crucial role. So for the 3 years period, they have maturity period of 3 years. So 2012-13 they have initiated. So in 15-16 they started to reback this redemption, this amount of FCNR to that NRI people. And it is a non-taxable one. So many people started to see that NRI people started to see this FCNR as an attractive investment policy. And this is free from currency risk because they are going to deposit in the foreign currency and they are going to get back in the foreign currency itself. So they are removed from this currency risk problem. So this is the major things that with respect to this FCNR deposits. And next topic is monetary policy review. So recently our RBI has changed, has make no changes in this monetary policy. So why they have not changed anything in this policy and what is the impact of that we will see. So in this recent monetary policy, the RBI has said that in the liquidity adjustment facility, they didn't change any of this reverse repo rate or marginal standing facility rate. So what is the rate they have followed this? Last review also they have followed the same thing, that is reverse repo rate at 6.25% and repo rate at 6.5% and this MSF, that is marginal standing facility, at 6.75% and the bank rate is also 6.75%. So what is the reason why they didn't have any changes in this repo rate or in this monetary policy values? First and foremost thing is RBI said that they have expecting this lower food inflation, and second thing is that central government has planned to they have said to reduce this excise duty, and some state government is also saying to agreeing to have reduced this petrol and fuel rate prices, reducing the fuel rate duties. So because of these two things, it will have reduced this impact of this inflation. So the RBI itself said that to have handling this inflation only, this monetary policy is mainly targeted. So since this lower food inflation and then this reducing on this excise duty and fuel, it's going to impact this Indian monetary policy. So they said that they have even reduced that projection of the inflation from 4.8%. Earlier they have projected that a 4.8% inflation will be there, but they have reduced it to 3.9 to 4.5%. And the RBI has said that they have taken the stance from neutral policy shift from neutral policy to calibrated tightening policy. So neutral policy and calibrated tightening policy, what is these two differences? Neutral policy in that there will be either increase or decrease in the policy rate, while in this calibrated tightening policy there will be either increase or there will be no changes in this policy stance. So they said that RBI said that they have been shifted from this neutral policy to calibrated tightening policy stance. And apart from that, they said that in this policy, this monetary policy is extremely focusing only on this inflation, and they are not considering this exchange risk. That is, now Indian rupee has been depreciating at too much low value. So the RBI said they are not concentrating much on this rupee depreciation, but they are focusing, this monetary policy is focusing majorly on this inflation value. Already in this MPC, that is Monetary Policy Committee agreement, we have said that this consumer price index inflation will be targeted at 4% with plus or minus of 2% the targeted band. So they are planning to have this inflation within this band itself. That is the major objective of this monetary policy review. And what are the things that RBI has said that they have eased this FII norms to make this debt market to be more easy one for this attractiveness. So more people started to invest in FII, and also thereby it will stabilize this forex value, because right now the forex value has been decreased by 1.2 billion, thereby going to the $400 billion. So by strengthening this forex value, we need to have more and more investment. So the RBI recently have eased this FII norms. And apart from that, there was this not changing the policy value will going to have positive impact for some sectors, especially this real estate sectors, because now it's going to be a Diwali season and festival season. So that time their housing projects will be more and more moving. So in that time, this not hiking the rate in this policy will have a positive impact on this NAREDCO. NAREDCO is nothing but National Real Estate Development Council. And apart from that, it is going to benefit the government also, because they can easily borrow at the cheap rate. So these many benefits it's going to get of this unchanged policy value, because when this rupee value started to depreciate, more people anticipated that even in the market value some shares started to reduce, because they all have anticipated that the policy will be hiked at least by 25 basis points. But the RBI has taken a stance in an unexpected manner that it will not going to change that policy value. So that it is not going to hike the policy value. It is going to maintain that policy value so that the inflation will be curtailed a lot. So because they didn't expect of this, because the RBI governor itself said that rupee value is depreciating, it's not only for India, it is for all other major emerging market economies also. Compared to that other EME, that is emerging market economies, this Indian rupee has been performing very well. So they said it's not going to concentrate on this rupee exchange value, but instead they're concentrating on this inflation value. With that thing, we will end up today's current affairs session. Thank you. Have a positive day. Comment and like this channel.